very widespread group of birds. And barn owls are actually a strictly nocturnal predator. So we all know owls hunt at nighttime, but something that we don't know is they also always hunt, or several species will also be crepuscular and hunt during low light hours like dawn and dusk. So the barn owl is a great example of a bird that hunts in complete darkness. You can see as he comes closer and as he looks up to this next snag, you'll see that really round face of his. Now this is kind of the defining characteristic of the owls, how they look so different from the diurnal birds of prey. That facial disc is actually allowing him to hear better. So owls, not only do they have excellent vision at night, but they hunt using hearing. And so this facial disc around his eyes is not actually helping him see. It's placed perfectly to funnel sound into his ears, which are on the sides of his head. So as he flies by, you'll notice you can't hear him as he flies over you. When you were listening to the Harris hawk fly over you, I'm sure you could hear the wind hissing through her wings a little bit. This bird is completely silent, which brings me to another defining characteristic that we all know about owls. They're very, very silent flyers. They're using stealth to catch their prey. So some of the reasons that this is able to happen on owls is their feathers are very, very soft. So a lot of owls you look at, they look really fluffy and really soft. This is because their feathers are. They're very soft, and this is actually helping the wind be broken up as it hits that body. And if the hawk's flying down and trying to grab those mice really quietly, they might hear the hits of the wind against those stiff feathers of the hawk. But the owl feathers, since they're so soft, they break up the wind really nicely. If you can, it might be hard, but take a look at the owl's feet as he flies by and lands on snags. Owls are the only raptors that actually have feathered feet all the way down to their talons. And so, this is actually just acting in the same way as those soft feathers are all over their bodies. Since they don't have that hard, scaly surface on their feet hitting the wind, the soft feathers are breaking up the sound, so it allows them to fly very silent.
That's a lot smaller than one that's soft.
Something really interesting about barn owls is actually that they're possibly the start of myths of ghost lore. So if you watch this guy, imagine him flying at you at night, flying out of a building or perched up in a corner of a barn, and all you see is that big white face. And then as he flies down to fly out of the barn, he doesn't make a sound. So a lot of people think that it's possible that these guys kind of started a lot of ghost stories, a lot of ghost myths. So if you look at his coloring, and you look at his features, his feathers, remember this, because the next owl that we'll be able to see will actually be very different looking. There's several different